Hello and thanks for joining me. I'm out today on my KTM EXC450 and I'm making this video to address a question which I have now been asked by many viewers of this channel. The most watched video that I've posted up on here was about building a lightweight adventure bike and how I took this KTM 450 and made it more suitable for longer distance adventure riding, mainly by fitting a longer range fuel tank to it, a more comfortable seat and luggage carrying capacity. But what many people have asked me is, why did I choose the 450? Why didn't I choose something bigger? Quite a few people have asked, why didn't I go for the EXC500? Which I know is a very popular bike in Australia and in the United States. And then other people have asked me, well, why didn't I go for something like the KTM 790 or one of the more dedicated adventure bikes? So that's what I'm addressing in this video. So after some reflection on this matter, I've come to the conclusion that I was coming at this question from entirely the opposite direction to those people who have been, questioning my choice, because they've all been asking me, why didn't you go for something bigger? Why didn't you go for the 500 rather than the 450, or why didn't you go for a bigger twin-cylinder adventure bike? Actually, when I was making the decision, my question was not how big should I go, but rather how small can I go? I was looking for the smallest, lightest bike that I could use as an adventure bike. Now, a lot of my friends ride 250s, and before buying this KTM, I had a Suzuki DRZ 400. For a lot of the riding that I do round where I live, and obviously I'm riding on quite an easy gravel track here, but for most of the riding that I do, it's quite gnarly, it's single track, and you really don't want a heavy bike. You're going to be struggling with a big heavy bike, and quite often I actually struggled with my DRZ 400. So I wanted to go for something much lighter, and I was looking at 250s. As I say, a lot of friends ride 250s. But just at the time that I was looking, KTM brought out this new revised model of the EXC, where they redesigned the frame, redesigned the engine, lost the kickstart, and in the process they'd lost an awful lot of weight. So this 450 is actually about the same weight, if not I think a bit lighter, than the old KTM EXC250, the pre-2017 model. So when I had a look at this, I thought, well, this is the ideal opportunity to buy myself a bike that is light. It's as light as a 250. In actual fact, this bike is lighter than a lot of my other friends' 250s, because a lot of them ride older bikes which are quite a bit heavier than this. So it's as light as a 250, or an old 250, but I've got the advantage of considerably more power from this EXC450 engine. So yes, I did consider the EXC500, but then that's just adding more weight. And again, looking at the riding that I do, this 450 engine is just more suitable for me. And I have to say, it's a decision that I have never regretted. The 450 engine and the 500 engine are very different in terms of characteristics, but I'm very happy that I made the right choice with this 450 in terms of weight and the riding characteristics, the engine characteristics of the bike. And of course, you've got to bear in mind that I do own bigger bikes. I've owned bigger off-road adventure bikes. I've had a KTM 950. I recently sold my BMW GS 1200. I've currently got a Tiger. Sorry, not a Tiger. I had a Tiger 800. I've now got the Bonneville Scrambler 1200. So if I want a bigger bike, which obviously is suitable for doing this kind of ride, these sheep. Do you know, these sheep are brainless. Well, they're not bred for the brains, are they? If they just stopped for a moment and let me ride past, but no, they won't. They're just in sheer panic mode. And there's pointless me stopping, because if I stop, they stop, and then I start going again, they start going. Anyway, yeah, so I have got the bigger bikes, which for doing lighter stuff like this, I would be just as well suited doing this on my Triumph 1200, no problem. But the advantage of this KTM is then I can do the much more technical, gnarly stuff and really enjoy that. So I hope that makes sense. For those people who've been asking the question, that's my answer. You know, it's about having the right tool. Here we go, ladies, that's better. Yeah, it's about having the right tool for the job, and this is the right tool for the job that I want. Thanks for watching. Bye.